start. And
Fart.
just waiting on the Facebook. I hit and okay, we are live, so let's share.
I'm hitting the reload.
Da, 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 da.
I don't know why it always takes my computer so long to catch up. There we go. Now it finally says live.
It just takes me like that long to
Videos.
catch up. Da,
Live. Harry Beach. Share. Share group. Share.
da. How do I
I'm
turn the
hitting
volume
the reload.
off? There it is. Okay.
We be live, everybody.
Share in groups. Mo Joe. Jack Coles.
Beer. 33.
Hi, Belinda.
Harry Beach.
And share in. Oops.
Oops.
What did I just do?
Posted.
Share.
Post.
in
Okay, posted there. Hey, Belinda. Honey.
Joe. What I learned today.
Okay, I still need to go over to the tubes of you.
Me too.
Tubes of you. Hey, the Harry Beach. Be live
I
now.
know, right? If only I was so alive.
Hey, Roomy. Why aren't I not typing? There I are. Hello, Roomy.
Okay.
Oh, and I really should probably say thank you to Donna for Mediacom at some point tonight because she cut my cable bill.
Ooh.
And I'm always appreciative to saving money.
Well,
Either that or I'm just cheap like Timmy and squeak when I walk. That could be.
Yeah, I would be too. I wish somebody cut
Share
my
with your
cable
friends
bill.
and family. Okay, I'll hit that share button too. I thought I'd do this, but I'll do it again. Linda, you coming to MojoCon Southeast Edition? Come on down. I know Roz asked if it was pet friendly in Messenger this morning. I had to let her know that yes, it is pet friendly.
Well, it's outdoor and camping, so it should be. Okay, I'm hitting the music,
Music.
I think, as soon as I can figure it out.
How's audio sound, darling? Are we sounding good?
Talking about
Evening, ain't you,
Belinda?
Peach? Hey, Matt.
Hey,
How's audio tonight,
Matt.
brother?
Let's get the show rolling.
Hey, Timmy.
Hello. I hope y'all are ready for a hairy show tonight.
Gnarly, spongy, spiffy, groovy, fuzzy. Hey, darling, how are you this fine evening?
I'm waking up still. I took an early nap and anyway, yeah. How are you? You cut your grass and you grilled.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, I mowed yesterday. I was a good boy, and I mowed yesterday. I did the American Nut gig this morning. I went grocery shopping. I grilled. Ooh, and I grilled all kinds of goodies. I did dogs and brats
So
and smokies. And I like getting those, they call it cracker bologna. It's about yay long, but it's, I don't know, about the size, just slightly bigger than a $50. and you cut it about a
Oh, I know
quarter
what you're
inch
talking about.
thick.
You said cracker bologna, and I'm thinking, I
Yeah,
know what
no,
you're talking about. It
not
comes in
crack a
like
cold one in the
baskets
morning.
with
No.
crackers and cheese and whatnot.
Well,
And
theoretically, that's what you could do. You just
right,
slice it. It would be just slightly bigger than a Ritz. But me,
gotcha.
I like it grilled, and then I slather it in barbecue sauce, of course.
So, I'm assuming that you cooked all this and divvied it up into like, so you can eat it throughout the week.
Oh yes. Yeah, and I mean,
Because
I'll
that's a lot
share.
of food.
Bodies will come by, and I don't mind sharing. I'm just that kind of a guy.
Oh,
It's
that's
fun.
good.
I'm fat for a reason. Playing in a
Oh,
kitchen or on a
whatever.
grill is good stuff.
Whatever.
Well, it is. Come on,
Whatever. You're not
ask.
fat. Whatever.
Oh, oh, I think so. I mean, you can ask Rusted Lugnuts and his missus. They got to. I believe we grilled when they were here. We
Oh, I
had
can
like
imagine.
chicken
And I know
and
Judy loves. Yeah, I remember when we were at MojoCon, man. She was every morning. There was breakfast. There was.
oh
I
Lord,
mean, she was
yes.
always out there grilling and doing all kinds of food stuff.
That woman is the consummate
Oh my
camper,
gosh.
and she's the I don't know, would you call her the mama camper,
Yes,
the
she's the
queen
mama
camper,
camper.
because she makes sure everybody's fed,
She's the
has
mama
something
camper.
to drink, and
Yep.
oh, fantastic.
Yep. She does a
And
really good job of that.
MojoCon's coming up in 21 days. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
And that's only if you get here, this time in the weekend. The lug nuts are going to be here early. I think they're going to get here like Monday or Tuesday. Roz was saying she wants to come down. Let's see, you're coming down. We've got
I'm not
Virginia
coming down.
Jackhole's coming.
Excuse
You're
me.
coming up. You're not going down. You're coming up. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. It really is.
Oh, me.
We have bodies from everywhere. Let's see. TikTok groupies coming. Oh, by the way, she has 2 rooms reserved. So if anybody that's coming up to MojoCon Southeast Edition, which is the 25th through the 27th of September here in Adams, Tennessee, feel free to look up the campsite, which is canoetheredriver.com. And it's got real pretty pictures there of Mystery City. That's kind of what they call the little campground there in Mystery City. It's real close to Bell Witch. I mean, like hop skipping away. On the side of the wall, they have the little story about when Andrew Jackson stayed out there and heard the witch messing around and spooked him. And oh, it's really cool and interesting, nifty stuff. There's going to be some bands there. Now I know we're going to have to play the COVID gig to get in the door. What it's going to cost this year, I'm not sure. Last year, the whole weekend for the Tie-Dye Fest, which just happened to be the 29th annual Tie-Dye Fest last year. 29 years that thing's been going on. That's a long time. This
Yeah,
one would have
it
been the
is.
30th, but unfortunately, COVID crapped that out. But the bands are still coming. There's still buku people coming. Uh, um, so yeah, it's still going to be the same party. It's just unofficial, quote unquote, not happening, but everybody's showing up, so it's happening.
Yep, that is
Everybody ought
true.
to show up. I
That
think
is very
everybody,
true.
everybody from all over the USA, come to Adams, Tennessee, September 25th through the 27th. Feel free to show up like the 21st. The Lugnuts and I are going to scope us out a place. I haven't decided whether we want to be up against the river on the front part where there's a lot of traffic, or around the corner up underneath the bridge in case it rains or gets nasty weather.
Hey,
Either
down
way,
on
we
the
still
corner is
have
good.
trains. Do what?
Down on the corner is good.
Down on the. I have that song. Oh my goodness gracious! I've been prattling and babbling. Should I
So
sing my do?
yes, let's do the daily hello.
Gee, it's almost time for the music,
Or
right?
the Harry hello.
The Harry hello tonight. Good evening, my Harry fellow. Ain't you a peachers? Happy Saturday. It's the 248th day with 118 still to go. Hey, Holly, it's World Beard Day. Not beer as a type of cerveza, beard as in, stuff on the head, your chinny chin chin. And it's a celebration and and a competition between the bewhiskered. Whether scruffy or carefully groomed, all those beard-bearing persons step forward to celebrate the day. It's also National Tailgating Day. And tailgating is the custom of gathering outside the stadium before the game with fans of the same team for food, beverages, and socializing. Although COVID pretty much put a stop to games, the gatherings often take place and a tailgate of a pickup truck or in the trunk of a car. Wow, it must be hard to put the grill in the trunk of the car. Could you imagine a Volkswagen with a grill in there going? I don't think so.
That sounds like some
But
redneck
however,
thing.
neither is required. Tailgating also includes a few traditions. The staples of the tailgate party often include grilling and beer. However, chili competitions and recipe challenges encourage a competition before the game. While the original tailgaters are unknown, some writers suggest that the attendants of the Battle of Bull Run in 1861 are the very first tailgaters because they brought picnic lunches and blankets and observed. It's also National Be Late for Something today, but not our show, please. And that permits for us to not abide by our schedule. So where we normally run an hour, hey, we can run a little longer. Right
That's
on.
true.
The holiday aims to promote the positive parts of procrastination. Never put off today what you can do tomorrow. Or is that never do today what you can put off and do
That's
tomorrow?
it, I think.
That's it. It's the bass-ackwards part. I did have it bass-ackwards. It's also National Cheese Pizza Day. And that says, hold the toppings. That's right. Cheese is all you need when celebrating today's pizza holiday. Whether the pie is homemade or ordered in. Do they still deliver pizzas? I don't know.
I think so.
Just make it with cheese, only cheese. That should bind you up good. Add a variety of cheeses to your pie to celebrate. Maybe some smoky Gouda, maybe a little Gorgonzola. Mix it up a bit. Hey, if you like cheddar, there's mild, there's sharp, there's extra sharp. Throw some pepper jack on there. Jalapeno jacks, there's all kinds. And across the toppings will do.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
Is white pizza considered a cheese pizza?
Is who?
White pizza. Is that considered a cheese pizza? Holly.
White pizza?
Is white
We have to ask Holly. She's here.
Holly, is white pizza a cheese pizza? I mean, it has white cheese.
You know, when you say white,
doesn't
you
it?
mean an Alfredo pizzas compared to a regular tomato sauce pizza?
It doesn't have the tomato sauce on it, but it doesn't use. Generally, a white pizza doesn't have like yellow cheese. It has.
Mozzarella,
Let's see.
provolone, but they use
Okay, it has
use
shredded mozzarella, ricotta cheese, and pecorino romano cheese.
Romano.
And sometimes I know they'll, like on mine, I usually get one that has like it has some tomatoes and maybe a little bit of I think it's basil. Like they'll put like a basil.
Could very well
leaf
be
or
basil. So
something
you like
on
an
it.
Alfredo pizza then, as compared to the red pizza sauce. You
Yeah.
like a white sauce.
Yeah.
Try no sauce and just put garlic butter on it. Ooh, those are good.
I
We used to
love
make those
garlic.
all the time. Come home for like Boxing Night on HBO and Showtime. Take a medium pizza and stretch it out until it's a super thin, it's very, very almost see-through cracker thin, extra large. Coat it in garlic butter, lemon pepper, a light cheese, bacon crumbles, a little jalapenos. Oh, run it through till it's nice and crispy. Make you want to smack your grandmama. And let's see, what does Holly say? I'm in the shower.
I told
Okay,
her
so I don't think pizza and showers go together.
I told her we
but
want video or it
could
didn't
be.
happen.
That's right. Hey, do it. If you don't do it live, we don't believe you. Well, pizza is garlic and ricotta. Oh, white pizza is garlic and ricotta.
And
Okay, so it's a
mozzarella
garlic.
and parmesan sometimes.
So it's like a stromboli. Let's see. A
Well, a
stromboli
stromboli
goes
has
in one.
the crust around around
Right, they
it.
both do, but one has pizza
Well,
sauce in the middle.
no,
As I
white.
remember, the Stromboli had pizza sauce and the
Oh,
calzone had cheese in the middle. It was a
oh
ricotta base.
yeah. I know where we go, me and my dad, which we haven't been in I don't know how long. Hey, COVID. Anyway, they had the two of them there, and one of them was like really long, and one of them was more square. So, but
Not long at
I
all.
like the flat. It looks just like a regular pizza. It's flat and round,
Right,
and it has nothing but the white and all that stuff
ricotta
on it.
cheese.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. Yes.
Ricotta's not good. Hey, Tech Roo, are you there? I have a question for you, brother. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house? Well, of course it can. Houses don't jump. Ooh, I know that was bad.
That's true. Now she came back and she said doesn't usually have basil. I couldn't remember because I know I've gotten a margarita pizza, which to me is the same thing as a white pizza, except for you're right, it has the basil on it. So when it has the basil, it's called a margarita pizza, which I love that too. But yeah, I like a white pizza. I'm not. I love tomatoes, but I eat them all week long. We eat
Right.
so many tomato sandwiches here, and
Well, there's nothing wrong with a mater sandwich. Now, see, Old
yeah,
Chicago does a what they call a Tuscan pizza, chicken Tuscan. It's I don't know whether it's an Alfredo or it might be the ricotta, a white base, and then chicken, basil. Oh, it's really, really, really
right.
good.
Yeah, I just
It is
generally,
good.
I don't know why when I eat when I eat a
When you
lot
eat a
of,
lot,
well, I was laughing at Matt's comment, pictures or it never happened, talking to Holly about the shower. Uh, um, when I eat things like spaghetti or things that have the red sauces on them,
they get
it
on your fingers when you use your hands.
well, it tends to give me really bad heartburn.
The
So
tomato
I
sauce.
yeah, that's why when I eat a pizza and also to me the white pizza and the margarita pizza isn't as filling as the other pizzas. But it's funny because when I do get a regular pizza, per se like a pepperoni or whatnot, I will
Right.
get
Hey, Sarah.
I'll get tomato and onions and bacon or something like that all over it. Hey, Sarah. So, yeah. I,
And the all-time, all-encompassing question: does pineapple go on a pizza?
no, no,
Yes. Yes.
no, no, no pineapple.
Yes. Good stuff, Maynard.
So you had some more stuff on our hairy situation, such as called a beard.
Yes. Yes. I have a whole bunch more on beards. Did you know that there are some memorable beards that have been noted throughout the ages?
Okay.
One of the ones that come to mind is the Bard, the waxed poetic, Shakespeare's Van Dyke style. That's the little,
Oh yeah.
it's
Yes.
almost like a goatee.
Yes.
Uh, Another memorable speaker with a historically recognizable beard is old Abraham Lincoln. And he followed the advice of a young admirer. And in a letter to the Republican nominee back in 1860, Grace Bidwell, I believe she was like 8 years old, if memory serves right. Now, mind you, that's pulling from memory, so I could be way off base on that.
Okay.
But she said that if he let his whiskers grow, he might gain more voters. And Lincoln went unshaven a month later, and next thing you know, he was headed for the White House.
Well, he always had
Now,
that kind of
beards,
pointed chin too. His chin was
right,
kind of, big
angular.
anyway. So
Yeah,
he looks totally different shaved
had
as
that,
opposed to with the beard.
oh, what's that guy's name? And I'll think of it. Kirk Douglas kind of chin, pointy.
Yeah, yeah. So what else?
Now, beards do come in all shapes and sizes. One of the most recognizable, I would say, would be the band ZZ Top.
Yes.
And Billy Gibson and Dusty Hills, their iconic beards are what created the group's image. Now, interestingly, the one original member who doesn't have an epic beard has the name of Frank Beard. So he still had a beard, he just didn't grow it. Now, epic beards, the world's longest beard, belonged to Hans Langseth, and he was originally from Norway, and Langseth immigrated to the United States, and according to Guinness World Records, at the time of his death, way back in 1927, Langsford's beard measured 17 feet 6 inches.
So nobody's ever grown one
goodness.
longer than that up to now?
Not ask
So
Google.
he still holds the record, huh?
Modern day beards with some amazing threads belong to Questlove. Like other whiskered jawliners, a talented musician joins the ranks of the famous beards around the world. These beards have it. Now, World Beards Day, beard, no S, beard, has been around since 2010. So it's pretty much a new one. It's only been around for, 10 years. And they do come in all sorts of shapes, sizes, colors, Some folks can grow them, some folks can't grow them.
So far, okay, it's showing that
Mine's been longer. It's been shorter. Pretty much this is the length I've always kept mine.
Oh, now this is cool. Hang on. This is the dude.
I got a grip on it, but if we wait too long, it'll turn purple.
Let's see if I can get this to work right.
Walk this
Okay,
way.
so this is a picture of that man, and a girl is using it for jump roping.
Jump roping?
And according to what I found, so far no one has ever beat his
Jump
record.
roped with their own beard.
No, that's the man with the longest beard, and
That was that 17-footer.
Yeah, and
That
no
was
one
that,
has beat it up to now. He's still the longest beard, but that little girl was jump roping on it. So I thought it was pretty
Here, doink
cool.
doinks.
Yay!
How cool. Now you get it. Now how in the goodness great what? Okay, mine I had let go. You know how you have those little small tie wraps? I could put 9 tie wraps in mine. So it was about, I don't know, 6-8 inches long, in a little beard tail. And, so you could pull me around. My little steer stick there in the front.
Thank you, Holly.
But it got to where it would get caught and stuff. What'd Holly do to me?
Do you check your messages?
In massager? That's what them dudes are.
Holly, I will tell you this. You have bigger balls than me. Yes.
Ooh. That's our own Holly, who can be found on Real Food, Real People over on Spoonie.
Yes. And they have a huge contest going on right now with lots of goodies. Oops.
There's all kinds of crud in that giveaway basket. Their giveaway basket is worth more than $100.
Yeah.
That's a lick.
It's got lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff in it. I hope I didn't knock my audio off. I just caught my foot in the
No, I can
cord
still
and
hear
pulled
you.
it down.
I think they can still hear you.
Holly excited me so much. Yes,
Oh, no.
Matt, I totally agree. Pizza, pineapple on pizza is what Antifa uses. Yes. Yes. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I made that pickled pineapple that I grilled with the shrimp tonight that came out really, 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 really good. Hey, Matt says he's getting his beard growing too.
Yay! We're gonna have a hairy. I was trying to think of another word, but it wasn't coming out. Sarah said
It wasn't
that
coming out?
The
This is just a lot of bells tonight.
the Mojo Jack
You have
Colville.
some, don't you have some illustrations of fuzzy faces
Yes, I do. Hang on,
besides
I'm
the,
I'm checking the. Oh, it's on there. Because Sarah said that I missed the Mojo room. Okay, so I have some pictures of some crazy looking facial hair, shall we say?
leave me
Yeah.
out of this, Matt.
I don't even know what to think about this one, to be quite honest. I am.
Uh-oh, that's
Yeah.
scary. Let me
Yeah. Do
hit
you
some
see it?
alcohol.
Do you see? How long does it take this guy to put this
Oh my
thing
goodness gracious.
together?
Wowzer.
Yeah, I just
Dude, Brad, are you seeing this?
I'm gonna
My
make an
nephew loves
assumption that
beards.
this isn't an everyday thing for him, but maybe a
That
special
had to be for a
occasion.
competition.
Yeah,
That
because
is wild.
that's kind of crazy. Okay, so I
What would you
have
use to keep it what would you how could you make it stay
some
like
kind of
that?
wax, maybe. That's all I can think of is some kind of wax.
Shellac?
Yeah, or something like that. Now, this one is a little
Hey, Brad.
assortment of some various different ones.
Oh
Um,
no, that's cool. I like that top hat.
yeah, it's cool. It
Yeah,
kind of
the
reminds me
lamb
of
chop one, the second on the bottom, that's normal.
what is the thing called where they wear the little goggles and the top hats like that? Oh, it's called something, and I am drawing a
The
complete.
goggles and the top hat.
You know the. It's called something. It has a name, and I can't think of it. See if anybody can find it in the chat. Um,
An airplane pilot helmet? No, I don't know what you mean, no.
no, it's a type of genre of the way that they dress with the hat and stuff, and
40 style,
kind
50
of reminds
style?
you of. Oh man, I'm having total shit. I'll think of it eventually.
Mantle block.
I'll think of it anyway.
Mike,
Okay, on to the next one. Yeah, not sure what I think about this one either. This one's, yeah, he had to
whoa.
put a lot of effort into that too. It looks like it wraps around his
That's
head
a
or
lot of
something.
that's a lot of darn Braden.
It doesn't look like it's braided. It looks like it's just,
Well, you get a
twisted and
twisted roll
pulled.
and
Yeah. And then this one, I don't know, the outfit completely just throws me on this one. But this one's kind of similar to the last one, but the outfit just, wow. I mean, pink, that's another Antifa thing. They like to wear the pink. You see that one with the pink?
oh well.
No, right?
Okay, now am I dyslexic or is that what actually multiple beards?
It's his mustache
Yeah, I know
and
I was
his
being
beard
sarcastic.
is,
It almost tries
yeah.
to make it look 3D-ish.
Yeah. So then this one right here, the braided
Although it
beard.
does kind of look like he's got an octopus on it. Whoa. That's oh, we
Yeah.
lost it. It was
That
there
was,
for a second, and then we went back to bearded guy. We went
yeah,
back
I
to
went
the
back
wizard
to it real
about.
quick when you said that.
There we go. That's kind of like a Viking helmet,
Yeah, that's what
kind
I
of
was thinking.
like.
It just, he needs the horns.
Needs the horns on the side for a Viking helmet, yeah.
Right.
Or a Crusader helmet. That look how thick that beard is that
I
dude's got.
know, right? It's like he has the ZZ Top beard, but he braided it. Kind of.
Goodness, that almost looks like a bale of straw. Woo.
And then last but not least, if you're into the comic book stuff, we have a Batman, Superman, and I'm assuming the bottom one means Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Yeah, but Spider-Man wouldn't have a beard.
Well, no, but he's
He
got a
was masked.
spider. Is
Oh, it's a
his
spider. Whoa.
yeah, his thing is
That's
shaped.
wild. Okay, now I see it. It took me
Yeah,
a minute. Oh, yeah, no, see I never was a goatee kind of fan. I mean, I know people that have had them. They just
right.
they
I
remind me
myself,
of anatomy.
I myself prefer to have my face cleanly shaven. So
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, but like that goatee one there, it kind of reminds me more of y'all
Uh,
lower.
anyway, those were some of the most interesting ones that I could find. I know there's a lot more out there that are
Yeah, a couple of those were really cool.
well.
Some of those guys with the top hats, the guy with the really thick mutton chops, that was pretty slick.
Oh, and let
That
me
was neat.
see. What is that genre called?
I don't know. Top hat and tails.
I'm
We
looking.
hold these truths. No, I don't know. What?
I'm looking,
Okay. Well,
but I
you want me
can't
to
type.
do space or
Steampunk.
the
Steam
Australian dad who gets $50?
steampunk. That was it. That was what I was referring to. Steampunk.
Okay, isn't that wasn't that a type of cartoon or something? Or anime,
Steampunk?
steampunk
No, 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 no. It's like a whole genre of let me
costume of
hang on, and I
dress.
will tell you what it means. It.
Okay, mommy, big words with Dr. Glassjaw.
It's a retro futuristic subgenre of science fiction or science fantasy that incorporates technology and aesthetic designs inspired by 19th century industrial steam powered machinery.
Ah, okay. Kind of like, what was the name of that movie? Captain something or another in the sky, something or not. Yeah. Um, and it was done like that. 19, it looked like, 1940s kind of era, but
Well, they're
oh Lord,
referring to 20,000
Sky
Leagues Under the
Captain something.
Sea and The Time Machine. Those are two movies that they're kind of referring to. It's kind of Victorian, 19th century Victorian-ish. Yeah,
Right.
it's
Jules Verne
right. There
was
you go.
in.
That's one of the names that was mentioned. Yes. That is what steampunk is. And I can never think of that word. It's like a yeah. Okay. All right, so you want to do
Hunks of
UFOs
steam.
and Aurora, right?
Sure. Yes, yes, yes. You want to do the UFO or the Aurora first? Where do you want to start? I'll let you
I'm gonna
drive.
play the UFO video while you are telling the story.
The UFO story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let her roll. Let that beautiful air footage roll. This video just came into MUFON today. Hey, Ron, you ought to be interested in this. A dark, thick disc was recorded falling from a cloud, making a thin vapor trail. I made, not me, but the writer of this article, made some close ups and slowed down the video 5 times because this UFO was really in a hurry to get to the entrance of an underground base. I think this UFO was falling out over Lake Erie. So that's up here north of us. That's out Timmy's way. Then went to the lake floor where it found an entrance to an underground base. Remarkable footage for this a big, I would say it's the size of a city bus. Absolute proof of aliens living below New York. And that was from Scott C. Waring. Now he's in Taiwan, but it went under Lake Erie. How did he shoot the video in Lake Erie? I mean, that's Lake Erie is up there by Timmy. Ain't that right, Timbo?
Mm,
Ain't that up by you? Area of Lake? And I don't mean spooky one. Eyewitnesses state that I was filming the lightning in the distance and caught a dark object appear out of nowhere. Then it disappeared out of the frame. At first, I thought it was a bird, but it had a trail and moving very quick. Also seemed large for the perceived distance. It appears at 0.03 and coordinates video was taken from 42.86 by minus 79.373 facing northeast and level with the horizon.
oh, we've got
And there's a map. See what's up there just on the other side of Michigan Glove. If we scroll down a little bit, see, they have the picture pointing down to where the thingy is. And then there's a picture of the UFO itself. Now, if it has a vapor trail behind it, I haven't heard of any other
I think it was Timmy.
unrecognizable
I think it was
space.
Timmy. Timmy's responsible. It's him.
It could be Timmy.
Hi,
Boy, Scud
hi,
Pilot was launching a big
hi,
one.
Tech Rue and Chris. They joined the chat room. I wanted to say hey.
Hey, guys.
Oh, yeah,
Welcome,
I think it
welcome,
was
welcome.
Timmy.
So
I
what
think
do you
Timmy's
think?
up
You
there
think that's a
flying.
real video? I mean, you think
Huh?
it's a real UFO?
I don't know. I don't. I'm not. Trust me. I believe there are UFOs, but I think they fly around us all the time and we don't see them. I think they're that fast. I don't know. I just
Well, there
don't
would have to
know.
be. To think that all of those stars up there in the night sky,
See, I
and
agree,
we're the only
Chris.
ones.
Chris says maybe it was just Timmy showing off over Lake Erie. See, that's what I think. I think it was him. Yeah.
Well, he has his license. Hey, Brenham. Good evening, brother.
Oh, so you want to do Aurora?
Yes, ma'am. Leave us do the other pretty one. I love these. Now, see, this is one of the things that is most assuredly, most definitely on my bucket list. I so want to see the auroras. A special type of aurora draped east west across the night sky like a glowing pearl necklace. Speaking of ZZ Top, it's helping scientists better understand the science of auroras and their powerful drivers out in space. Known as aurora beads, these lights often show up just before large aurora displays, which are caused by electrical storms in space called substorms. Previously, scientists were sure if aurora beads are somehow connected to the other aurora displays as a phenomenon in space that precedes substorms, or if they were caused by the disturbance closer to the Earth's atmosphere. As I try and scroll some more, there we go. But powerful new computer models combined with observations from NASA, time history of events, and macro scale interactions during substorms, missions have provided the first strong evidence of events in space that lead to the appearance of these beads and demonstrate the important role that they play in our near space environment. Now we know for certain that the formation of these beads is part of the process that precedes the triggering of a substorm in space, said Vasilis Angelopoulos, principal investigator of the themes at the University of California, Los Angeles. This is an important new piece of the puzzle, and there's even video to go with it. By providing a broader picture that can be seen with these spacecraft, the ground observations alone, the new models have shown the aurora beads are caused by turbulence in the plasma, a fourth state of matter made up the gaseous and highly conductive charged particles surrounding the Earth. The results recently published in the journals of Geophysical Research Letters and the Journal of Geophysical Research Space Physics will ultimately help scientists better understand the full range of the swirling structures seen in the auroras. They're gorgeous. How they're made is still a mystery. Auroras are created when charged particles from the sun are trapped in the Earth's magnetic atmosphere, the magnetosphere, and are funneled into the Earth's upper atmosphere where collisions cause hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen atoms and molecules to glow. By the modeling the near-Earth environment and scale from these tens of miles to 1.2 million miles, the scientists were able to show the details how the aurora beads form. I think they're neat. Those things just
It's
are
on my
cool.
bucket list. That is on my bucket list to
I
go
would
to
I
like
would love to
Alaska
see it.
or.
So that means that we've had a little bit of solar activity
Mm.
out there in the great unknown, and they have they bounce through the magnetic waves. I've heard them being as far south, being seen as far south as New York before.
I don't want to go to New York
Pennsylvania
and see them
has
because there's too many.
reportedly been able to see them, but I've never.
Well, there's too many libtards in New York, so I'd rather go to Alaska. Plus, it's beautiful in Alaska. It's I want to go
Well,
to
yeah, I
Alaska.
just don't like the cold and the mosquitoes, which seems like a contradiction in terms.
Well, what was that? We did
But
the show that
evidently,
time. We were talking about how the mosquitoes are bad, but only at certain times of the year. So you have to make sure that you schedule it.
yeah, I haven't noticed any mosquitoes in any of the videos I've seen when the temperature's been, -10, minus
Yeah.
14,
So I think
40.
that's
Yeah, I
just.
haven't seen any mosquitoes.
I think it depends on when you go. Yeah. So this one goes out to all the ladies out there. These are 8 funny and famous styles for your lady garden. I don't know if any
Oh,
of you have heard of these because some of them, yeah, I was a little like, hmm. So we have the Dr. Phil. Uh, let's see. And I'm reading what somebody else said. So the eyes are not me. Well, my unintentional talk show host inspired style got me to thinking maybe other ladies would like some fresh, new, easy to create bush styles to try out. I mean, why simply rid ourselves of the stragglers when we can give our lady gardens a completely unique makeover? And why wouldn't we take inspiration from well-known public figures in the process? Yeah, I'm gonna go on an assumption of what the Dr. Phil is. Okay, then we have the full Montel Williams. Montel Williams.
oh my
This one
goodness. So
involves.
you flip it out and trim it short? I mean,
No, I think that one's the Phil. This one involves the complete removal of all hair and would be a good follow-up style for those ladies who have taken a chance on the Dr. Phil for whatever
oh, okay.
reason are not
So
loving it.
they could have called it the Telly Savalas and gotten the same point across.
The full Montel is a smooth, clean look. We need Holly's voice in here. Smooth, clean look, bound to make you feel svelte through perhaps a bit chilly. Oh, this one's a great one. The Donald Trump.
Oh goodness. Oh Lord,
This
that would be
one.
scary. What is it? Orange or
This
just
one
a
is
comb over?
somewhat terrifying and definitely ridiculous. It involves a removable patch of fake fur. This toupee for your you know what comes in handy. Comes in handy for ladies who have committed to the full Montel but soon find themselves regretful of their choice. This is a temporary fix, however, and may in fact lead to rashes, infections, and a Fanta like effect on the skin. I don't know what a Fanta like effect is.
What is it? Do you
Next!
staple it on?
I don't know. The question would be, do you have sex with it on? The next one is the Richard Simmons. This style has a 70s feel to it and involves a simple trimming of the sides only. The focal point is the mini fro itself. This may require a touch of back combing in order to achieve the fullest body. The genuine disco vibe emanating from the frontal fro is sure to put some groove in your step. So make good use of it by hitting the club scene or, at the least, taking part in an aerobics class.
So now, if you did the Doc Brown, wouldn't that just be all fluffed out the sides from Back to the Future when Doc
I
Brown
would
when
think
his hair just
so. I
all
would
out to
think
the side?
so. So next we have the Mr. T. Similar to the landing strip
Oh
of the
gosh.
90s, with the greater girth, this style involves a wide, carefully coiffed strip of pubic hair. The strip should be centrally located and as 3D as possible, while the surrounding area should be completely smooth. The Mr. T would make an idea pre-style to the full Montel.
Oh my goodness. I
Next,
think I'll
we
pass.
Next, we have the George Washington, bald on top and quite full bodied with some length on the sides. This style suits the mature ladies with a full on white set of pubes. Yet, no matter the color, the concept can work for anyone and is bound to make you feel very important indeed. Next, we have the Einstein. The fluff that muff and give it that fly away. Eccentric genius look. Dab on a splash of baby powder for the full Albert effect and get calculating. Next, we have the Uncle Jesse, the younger years version. Who doesn't chuckle when they say a mullet? Even the word mullet cracks me up. So why not create the classic Full House stars 80s look on your own bush? Business in the front, party in the back has never made more sense than it does right now. So come on, ladies, let's get a bit wild and crazy with some fun public figure inspired pubic art. These bush quaffs or quaif, I'm not sure how you say that word. Go ahead, Mike, make fun of me. Are fun and certain to bring a few laughs into your life and the life of your lover. Who knows? It might be the creative outlet you've been searching for.
I wonder how you put that on your resume. And what was your
Oh
last
my
job?
gosh.
I was a book trimmer,
That's just too funny. I'm sorry. That was just, yeah, I
a
couldn't
pube
resist.
sculptor.
I could not resist.
Would you be
Yeah.
a pube sculptor, a bush trimmer?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kind
I've
of
heard
sounds
of
like the,
cartography before, but that's doing maps. So,
kind of sounds like that lady that or you don't know her, but the one you read about.
this gal here from Australia,
Yes, her.
Quakies. Uh, yeah, she only gets $50. There's a mom has revealed that she charges men $50 to rate their manhood, and it's her most popular service. Educator and lifestyle coach Leni Pavlok, kind of like the dog, you ring the bell and she drools, from Queensland, Australia, advises men how to improve their love lives based on the shape and size of their peckers. Her curious customers send her $50 and a picture of their own crown jewels. And in return, they will be sent a Rate Your Rooster report. This old American, this details what sexual positions are best for them, and the report also helps men to understand their own anatomy and provides hygiene advice like, oh, don't use a garden hose. Lene, 33, says she's always been interested in the connection between sex and the mind. She had worked in the coaching industry for 3 years and is also currently studying towards her master's degree in sexology. I thought they called them hookers, but what do I know? People don't always understand exactly what it is I do, and sex is still such a taboo topic,
Uh,
so they don't know how to ask about it either, Lene said. The response is mostly positive. Well, yeah, kiss it twice and it'll grow. Though, and I'm the go to friend for sex advice. Hey, Shirley, what should I do here? People find it's easy to open up. And to me, once they know what I do, I've always had a fascination with both how the mind works
hmm.
and how with sex. Even as a teenager, I would always question sexuality and the way different people would engage with it. For Leahy, her coaching sessions are never the same as she switches from young male customers in their late teens to couples in their 20s and to mums in their 40s. So she sends them Bob, that's battery operated buddy, her boyfriend, I think. Isn't that what Bob is? And she said, I began engaging in some alternative studies in female empowerment and life coaching. And then I studied psychology science, and soon I'll have my master's in sexology. There's no
Wow.
typical day, which is awesome. I do one-on-one Skype sessions on some days. On other days, I run workshops on couples kinks, self-pleasure, and empowerment. I also create courses such as Couples Quarantine Immersion. That's where they go in head first. No, my
Oh.
Reconnect program for women and Rate Your Rooster reports for men. So I'm always surrounded by sex toys and pecker picks. That's not the word she used. She only used 4 letters. I'll call it that. Or chatting to people, the Rate Your Rooster report is definitely one of the most popular services because men just can't help but send pics. Richard pics. There you go. They just can't help sending Richard pics. There isn't much interaction, and men find that confronting initially, whilst women are most concerned with reigniting sexual desire after becoming a mother. Men are eager to learn how to better please their partners or prevent themselves from climaxing too early. Women
Oh.
generally want to reignite their sexual desires, particularly post having kids. They want to rediscover themselves and not use Bob. For men, it's a lot to do with getting there too quick and pleasing their
Oh
partners.
my gosh.
And as you can see, she doesn't look too bad. I don't know if I would send her a
Oh, come
Richard pick. Here,
on.
honey, how do you rate this?
How about any of you guys out there?
Can't I just buy a Porsche instead?
Would y'all send her a picture and $50 and have her rate your junk?
We have that picture from Lee Guest,
Oh yeah, that's true.
that's called just that.
That's very
I got to
true.
get a stream so we can play that song sometime because it
That
is cute.
is very, very true.
Richard picks, but it's a song.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
good.
Ah, I hit the wrong
So
thing.
let's see. It looks like we've got about what 7, 8 minutes left
Yeah, and I've got
ish.
a list of most outrageous excuses employees have heard from being late to work. Anybody want to hear them?
Oh, and yes, for those people that are only listening on the podcast and not watching us live, yes, she is hot. Just in case you were all wondering, I thought I would clarify that up.
So I figured since today is be late, National Be Late for Something Day. Here are some of the most outrageous excuses employees have heard for being late to work. Number one, my heat was shut
Uh oh.
off, so I had to stay home to keep my snake warm. Number two, my husband thinks it's funny to hide my car keys before he goes to work. Number three, I walked into a spider web on the way out the door and couldn't find the spider, so I had to go inside and shower again. Number four, I got
Uh,
locked in my trunk by my son. Number five, my left turn signal was out, so I had to make all right turns to get to work. Number six, a gurney fell out of an ambulance and delayed traffic. Number seven, I was
okay.
attacked by a raccoon and had to stop by the hospital to make sure it wasn't rabid. Number eight, I feel like I'm in
No, it was
everyone's
a
way
raccoon.
if I show up on time. Number nine, my father didn't wake me up. Number 10, a groundhog bit my back tire and made it flat. Number 11, my driveway washed away in the rain last night. And the last one, number 12, is I had to go to bingo.
I had to go to bingo.
I had to go
B95.
to bingo.
B95.
Yes, I had to. You know?
I can honestly say that's something I tried once doing bingo, but it wasn't. And they have all kinds of crazy games, post stamp and this doodly bobby, hooby joob, this and that. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
I was perplexed and out of my element. And both hands, my derriere, those I could find. I couldn't figure out the squirrely, crazy, Can't you just call I-27 and be over it? No, no, no.
Sure.
They had to do all kinds of crazy games. Bingo fire truck where you got one number and then had to run around the table twice before they called the next number. I don't know. Never played fire truck bingo?
No.
It's where everybody runs around the tables until they call the next number, then everybody sits down and you mark that card. No?
Yeah, I played
Yeah, I
bingo.
guess that wouldn't
But...
work. Them only get up and move that quick.
So we got about
Maybe if
5 minutes, give or take. What you got that can fit in there?
Yeah, we get a double on that one. Well, we got some pictures to go with this one too. We all like to consider ourselves masters, head of the house, head of the kingdom. When it comes to being in charge of the barbecue, it's a huge honor to be handed the tongs that mean the success of a sunny afternoon in the garden now rests entirely on you. But despite your confidence and bravado, it turns out that many of us have been making a critical mistake when it comes to cooking meat in the great outdoors. Lennox Hasty is the chef at Sydney Restaurant down at Fardar. Crikey, we throw shrimp on the barbie, we do. And where there are no ovens or stoves, and every dish is either grilled, smoked, damn, they must have some big papers, or baked or warmed by the fire. So he knows a thing or two about cooking on an open flame. He says, if you've been suckered in by the advertisements, the ads that say flame grilled, yeah, and you've tried to replicate it yourself at home, you've probably been ruining your food. Scorch or grill marks on steak might look fancy, but Lennon says they really are simply evidence that you don't know what you're doing. Nothing should ever be grilled on the flame. You should never subject an ingredient such as the meat, chicken, fish, shrimp, whatever, to the flame because it's completely different flavor. It's more astringent and bitter when you use just the flame. Huh. You go to all that trouble of sourcing the best pieces of meat, the best ingredients, and you don't want to mess it up by putting it right over the flame. And if you use a gas grill, if you've had lots of frijoles before you cook, you should never put the meat directly on the grill where the flame is. So heat it up and then bring it down. You're literally just branding it instead by a grill basket, which acts as a buffer and allows it to cook properly. Lennox also recommends using spray oil, spray it down, or rather than, like a lot of people say, rub your meat with Earl first and then put it on the grill. You don't necessarily get it coated evenly that way. And all you end up doing, if you have an abundance, is going poof and turning your chunk of meat or whatever you're trying to grill into a briquette. So use a can and just dust it lightly. I don't Earl my meat. I have good and slimy meat. I don't need it. So yeah, he suggests putting, Earl on it. I don't. And I grilled tonight. I didn't, if you get a low enough grade of ground grease, like 70% ish or so, then you get plenty of flavor, and
now,
it keeps everything.
Did you follow his
going.
instructions when you grilled tonight? Did you spray
yeah, I never.
your meat?
I used to work in a.
Or did you rub your meat?
It's always so much better to have somebody else rub my meat, but it's been so many years, I forget what that's like.
Oh my
It's
God.
a meatless Saturday. Yes,
yeah.
what can I do for you?
Mm-hmm.
So, where can bodies get a hold of you? How can folks find you?
Well, that's top secret. But Let's see. We got
So if we tell
Twitter.
them, then they have to
I
kill them.
am Doc's Lost Jill Hole on Twitter. MeWe, Doc's Lost Jill Hole. Of course, we have our Facebook page, Ain't You a Peach? And we have our YouTube page, and we have a page on MeWe. What about you?
Very good. And bodies can get me at Twitter and the MeWe's. In the Twitters, I'm Leprechaun56. I think that's how old I was when I started Twitter, so that tells you how long I've been over yonder. The MeWe's, I think I'm just straight Leprechaun over there. I'm not sure. And you can always drop me a note here on the Ain't You a Peach page. I really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We've had fun. I hope you
y'all
guys have
had
had
as
fun. Have you had
very
fun, my
much
dear?
fun as we had.
And
It was definitely a hairy
remember to
event.
get your bush trimmed this weekend.
Yeah, somebody let me know if
It's
y'all try out any of those, Lady Garden
trimming.
ideas.
Yeah, any of those trimming treats.
We'll see y'all next Saturday at 8 o'clock, and don't be a peach.
Catch us here, same peach time, same peach channel. Y'all have a great day. Ding.
Okay. Thank